biggest exception, ain't no truce. Ain't no dub, ain't no L on my crew. Only winning is exception on my crew. Yeah. Ain't no dub, ain't no L. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Ay, yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, 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 I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, yeah. Can I hit that?
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
As we're off in Week 9. Here's Richie James on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Richie James on the return.
First time we get to see the 49ers offense behind their quarterback. Now in his 7th season as a pro from Eastern Illinois, it's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season.
And right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Time to see the offense for Green Bay go to work. Aaron Rodgers leading them. What a career it's been. Came into the league back in 2005 as the number 24 pick out of Cal.
And so often when you've stolen a possession, as they just did there.
On the first play,
picking up the fumble, the natural inclination is to attack, go after them big. Sometimes what you just want to do is put the ball in the hands of one of your best players.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tonyan complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
To Robert Tonyan.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A gain of 6 on the play. And this.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Big completion there on 3rd and short. Keeps their opening drive alive.
Not only alive, but plenty of possibilities now. 1st and goal, and you know me, I'm a big advocate. If you're going to throw the ball, throw it early in the down and distance count.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Dillon. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
3-yard line.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A.J. Dillon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now James returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Set to take over again here on offense, Jimmy G and the 49ers. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. For Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record-tying 4 touchdown runs. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He's tackled at the
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Dean Lowry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Face mask. Defense.
Can't do that.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
Rodgers pass.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Well, they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
2nd and a yard at the 18-yard line.
Now a run with Dillon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running down. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Packers.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's James. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
29-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field. Defense.
Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
The ball carrier. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Garoppolo sacked.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taylor now returning it. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Joey Bosa, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line.
The ball carrier.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he is going to have a Niners 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. 49ers, nothing.
Here we go. 20. Pick it up, defense. Let's go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
1st down.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Garoppolo. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
At the 4-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll run with Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. And what do you think's going through his head right now? Your team's winning, but you're not having your best game. It probably affects you even when your team is up.
You don't want anyone else to know it, but I think you're right. It bothers a quarterback because they always want to be the one to lead their team to victory with their play as well as their words. And in this case, he's got something he can fall back on. He's contributed, yet at the same time he's thrown an interception. Got to remember the bottom line, though. They're winning, so he knows if he plays better, they might be winning by more.
And it's only the 2nd quarter, so he's got some time. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At the 43-yard line.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They run again with Dillon. And shutting him off, now open field. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
From the gun, it's Dillon.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
So that now back-to-back drive, CD, that have ended with an interception.
I don't know about you, but I'd call my quarterback over, put an arm around him, and say, hey, take a look at the scoreboard. We're playing with a lead. Let's be smarter about what we're doing out there. Raheem Mostert averaged 5.6 yards per carry last year. That was 2nd in the NFL. So it's safe to say that it paid off that he patterned his work ethic after his hero, Frank Gore, the former 49er. That's a guy who really shows you how to go out and get it done each and every day. Raheem Mostert patterned him and had a breakout season in 2019 with the 49ers.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Garoppolo now. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
Garoppolo's pass.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
And he's made the most of it to this point.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back to Dillon on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Here's Dillon. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And this is 3rd down.
From the gun, Rodgers. They'll get this into the hands of Dillon, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
49ers 7.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit and forced the field goal.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Jimmy Garoppolo and his offense heading back on the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He's got Ayuk once again. 15 yards on the play. First down. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kenny Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got a man, that's Richie James. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, here comes Mostert. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. To throw is Rodgers. From the gun, he'll throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw again. Rodgers open on the left side. This is Valdes-Scantling. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. And this
is the final shot before half for Rodgers. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. We'll start in the early window and begin up in Minneapolis. A tough one for the homestanding Vikings as they get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Excellent games in the late afternoon window as well. One being over in Arlington, where it'll be America's team, the Cowboys, taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then lastly, we wrap up the week with a good one on Monday Night Football between the New England Patriots and the New York Jets. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the 3rd quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Tyler Ervin on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10.
So here are the Packers now to take over. Trying to erase the memory of last week when they dropped one to the Minnesota Vikings. They're in the driver's seat right now with the lead. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll throw from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Intended for Allen Lazard. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And this is
operating from the gun. Rodgers to Valdes-Scantling over the middle. They stop it for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second.
From the 30 on second down, Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for... Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Dillon, the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd.
They run once more with Dillon. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Ball carrier.
2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going.
Rodgers pass. Complete to Davante Adams.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon, he'll get 3 up to midfield.
Carrier. Jaquiski Tartt on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
And from midfield, here's Rodgers. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Rodgers pass.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Rodgers.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he fires one incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Davante Adams, his intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Rodgers. That'll be complete to the running back, A.J. Dillon.
Rodgers.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
And this is
Rodgers again now.
down.
That's complete to Lazard.
Rodgers pass.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
And a Packer first down.
On first down, Dillon. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams.
Complete to Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Complete.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
Gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard.
They'll try and pound it in with Dillon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. No.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Giovanni Bernard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that, amazingly, a 17-play drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Now James returning. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
On the return, the Niners take over 1st and 10. At their own 27-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It'll be a gain of 6, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Throw left side complete. That's James. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 42-yard line.
Now Garoppolo. toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 46. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. And he stopped immediately there.
The ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense. No.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. And when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
For the field goal, a 45-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
27.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards, as they are in a big 4th quarter hole.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
At the 45-yard line.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
So